Hello, this is Radhika in Theth, Albania, and you are watching Grooving and Giving in Early Retirement. This channel talks about living our best life in retirement, giving back to our local and global communities, and the glue that holds it all together, financial freedom. I left my career, 23-year long career, to focus on my passion, my not for profit, A Childhood for Children, whose mission is to fulfill the basic needs of children in impoverished and underserved communities. And folks, I got to tell you, the grass is greener on this side. Let me give you a view of Theth, Albania. You tell me that the grass is not greener on this side. We have been traveling through Albania, and it has been quite spectacular. Yesterday, we trekked 8.5 hours, 13.06 miles. I clocked in 31,280 steps on my pedometer to get from Valbona to Theth, crossing over the Valbona Pass. And boy, the weather was just awful. 60% of the time it rained. And sometimes, folks, you got to be grooving on the inside. And that's what I had to remind myself yesterday, that I'm grooving on the inside. We got into Theth around 5:30 p.m. and honestly, we were so exhausted from doing our hike over the Valbona Pass in the weather that we had that we just got to our guest house and took a hot shower and of course separated all our items, what needed to get our bags dried, and luckily there was a heater that we could use. And the next order of business was to find a place where we could have a nice meal, and we selected the Gura family house for dinner. The next day we got up and we walked around Theth. Theth is a small place. Walked around, we walked kind of out of town. And folks, just want to let you know that don't be surprised if you see a lot of garbage out of town. It is an up and coming location, but the scenery is so stunning that the attention to the garbage will last for a very, very short time. Walk along the river and experience just the breath fresh of air. This is a must visit gem in the Albanian Alps, and you must absolutely go there however you get there. Now, there are lots of things to do in Theth, including a hike to the Blue Eye of Theth, the natural baths in the valley, the Grunas waterfall and the canyon, of course, the Valbone Pass, which we did the day before. That requires a little bit of advanced planning, so make sure that if you're going to do the pass, that you watch my other video so that you have planned this very well. Of course, you can go down to the valley, the Lumi Tetit Valley. There's the church you can visit, the Lock-in Tower, and then there is another waterfall. Now, all of these things you can find on everybody else's YouTube channels and lots of blogs and vlogs that you can read about these places. We had done the Blue Eye in Saranda, so we didn't do that. And as we were hiking to the Runas waterfall, we had a pleasant surprise. So wait for that one. Now, John, my husband, is a professional photographer, and so he was working. And while he was working and taking photographs, I myself took a few snapshots of the scenery. And there's lots to see, small things and big things. So don't forget to look at the smaller things as well. And as you're walking around, make sure that you are looking all around you. It is really a fantastic valley. Theth, by some standards, is still a little bit remote to get to, although now the road is paved and you can take a minibus from Skoder. We, of course, hiked over the Valbona Pass to get here. Now, folks, as you are hiking down to the Grunas waterfall, there are guest houses on your left and some cafes on your right. We popped into this amazing little cafe. I don't remember the name, but I have the exact coordinates from my photo so you can find it. This is a secret hidden spot. Behind the cafe, you go down and you can be at the same exact waterfall area. It's not the waterfalls, but it's that same water coming from the Grunas waterfall. And the waters are blue. There's a place to sit. I had a cup of coffee and enjoyed the stunning scenery. So you don't have to go finding all of these different places so that you can enjoy the beauty of Theth, the amazing Alps in the Albanian countryside. You can actually walk around and discover amazing places for yourself. And sometimes you're literally the only ones there. So this cafe certainly provided that for us. We were the only ones there. Now, later that evening, we had a delicious dinner at a restaurant near Colombo Guest House. But please do beware that cash is king in these parts of the world. And if you use a credit card, they're going to charge you a ton of money. Also, I have videos on other locations in Albania. I have video on Tirana, Kruja, Berat, Shamil, and Gjirokastër. So be sure to check those out. We were in Albania for 18 days. My husband, John, is a professional photographer, and he was there building his portfolio to help with his business after the pandemic, which sure did a number on his business. And he's got videos on Albania, he's got videos on Montenegro, Slovenia, Croatia, all the Balkan countries that we travel to. And if you're interested in any of his photographs, please contact him. If you also need the services of a professional photographer, he's definitely somebody you can work with, but contact him. Also, like I said, check out his channel and check out his videos on his photography in Antarctica. Splendid. I left my 23-year-long career to focus on my passion, a childhood for children, a not-for-profit I started 14 years ago. Wow. And of course, pursue my passions. Traveling is one of them, and I got to step foot on my last continent, Antarctica. Check out my other videos where we talk about how we pick our destinations and the slow travel that we do, which I absolutely love. I also have videos on giving back. The channel is called Grooving and Giving. And the last piece that makes it all possible and necessary is financial freedom. So check out those playlists. I am grooving and giving an early retirement in Albania. Our next stop, Montenegro. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm Radhika, and this is Grooving and Giving an Early Retirement from Theth, Albania.